those former colonial soldiers thought they could use guns to intimidate us, but they didn't know that we were capable and more committed than them of using those guns better. So that's how eventually we gained the upper hand in 1986. But even before, we had become a strong force, even by 1979. But finally, in 1986, we were able to take control of the country, outright victory. Now, because of that, we introduced democracy. LOCs, from the beginning, people to elect whoever they want. We are able to ensure security in the whole country, and discipline in our army because of very tough methods of holding accountable anybody who especially kills wananchi or does some other damage, grab their property or anything like that. Now, because of that, in a very short time, the wananchi were appreciating. You will hear them saying, "Wakiri twewaka kutulo," at least we sleep. This was new for Uganda. Never before colonialism, when we had these traditional rulers here who were very cruel people, during colonialism and after, could Ugandans say that? Ntuwakiri twewaka kutulo. But also enjoying democracy to elect the people they want. On the side of the economy, we went from economy of shortages to economy of surpluses now. We no longer have shortages of anything. On the contrary, we've got a big problem of market, where to sell what we produce. We have a big production of coffee now. I think we are approaching 9 million bags. Milk, we are approaching 2.8. We have reached 2.8 billion liters. Sugar, cement, steel products, everything, soaps. All those are in big supply now, and the problem is market. We still have some serious problems. One of them is corruption. But we shall handle it. There's no way we can fail to defeat corruption. Then we have the problem of jobs. But if you read our programs, for instance, our program for the parish model, this problem of jobs will be tackled seriously. Now, with all this progress and the unity, because when we removed sectarianism of religion and tribes, the Ugandans were more united. That is why in the elections of 1996, NRM got 76%, means the people were more united. 2001, we had 70%, about. 2006, we went down to 59%. 11, we went back to 68%, almost 70%. 2016, we were at 62%. Recently, we were at 58, 59%. All the time, above 50%. On the first round, we have never had a second round. Because the Constitution says that if you don't get more than 50% on the first round, then you go for the second round. But we have never gone for a second round. Why? Because in spite of the problems, people are more united. In 1962, no party could get more than even 40%. I was telling the MPs of the NRM at Kololo the other day how the elections of 1962 went. You can go and look at the newspapers of that time. The elections were held in April 1962. None of the parties could get more than even 40%. Why? Because they had divided people in tribes and in religious groups. Therefore, this success of the NRM is new and very, very useful, as has been shown. The economy has gone from shortages to surpluses. Yes, there are still problems, but we can solve those problems better now that we have a base than before. But because of that, some people did not want unity. They didn't want unity because unity deprives them of blind support of some groups in the population. Some of the actors would like people to support me because I'm a Munyankore. Support me because I belong to this religion. Not because I am right or wrong, but because I belong to a certain group. Why do they want that? Because they have no good program. They have no good answer to the people's problems. So they want blind support based on identity. We are this religion, we are that religion, we are this tribe. That's what they want. Now, when we brought the new message of no, don't support people because of identity, support them because of solving your problems, then they didn't like it. So some of the groups started fighting the NRM. Lakwena, Kony, Odongolatek, ADF, UPA, Itongwa, all those groups, Kirimutu, were fighting NRM. Why? Because they didn't, this message is dangerous. The message of uniting people is dangerous for them. People must remain divided according in tribes and religion. But we defeated them. And that's why there is total peace in the whole of Uganda. Now, at that time, they were trying to use in Swahili they call it ana kwa ana, face-to-face confrontation with us, open fighting, guerrilla, or even semi-conventional. Banyankole call it busobo antama, to try and kusomoza, to try and challenge the army. You come and we fight. They were destroyed, all of them. Now, when that one was defeated Kony in the north. He went South Sudan, we followed him. Even Central Africa, he ended up in Darfur. And he will never come back here. ADF, we defeated them in Shamriki Valley and in Mount Rwenzori. So, this open fight with us, they gave up. And what did they resort to? They now resorted to murders, individual murders. I have some more files here. Of the people who were killed. Let me see whether I can get the actual. I remember their names. These are the recent ones, but I wanted. Now they started by killing the Muslim sheikhs. I thought I would get the whole list here, but this is these are killings of the recent ones. But you remember those sheikhs who were killed. Many of them, about 20. Then Kagezi, the prosecutor, was killed. John Kagezi. Major Chugun was killed. Kawesi was killed. Chirumira, Abiriga. Now, those killings, when I studied the issue, I could see that they were happening, and the killers were not being arrested because of essentially two reasons. One reason was infiltration in the police. The police had been infiltrated by criminals. Criminals were in the center of the police force. Remember, that's when I used the word Kawukumi. Banana Weevil had entered the police. But also, I discovered that the police leadership had not detected the lagging behind by the police in policing technology. Because the population of Uganda has increased from 14 million in 1986 to now, I think, 42 million. More than 3 times the expansion. So you can no longer use the same only human-based techniques to deal with such a big population. So I made a speech in Parliament in 2018 where I pointed out this. And I think I gave 12 reasons, 12 ways that we are going to use to defeat this crime, apart from cleaning the police. Police is not fully cleaned. There are still some weevils there. I hear about them, but they will be cleaned. Now, when we use the new measures, as you would have seen, we have achieved breakthroughs. In the attack on General Katumba, where they killed his daughter and the driver, the suspects have been arrested. and some were killed in the process of resisting arrest. And the ones who are not arrested are now known. We know them. And we shall get them. This was a breakthrough. And then apparently, those who were involved in the suspects in the Katumba case were involved in, some of the guns were involved in earlier cases. When they come to court, you would hear what they are saying. So this was a breakthrough. We are no longer blind. The new measures and the new technologies which were deployed had paid off. Now, these criminals, not being clever, they now launched a new campaign of killings in the Masaka area. They are not necessarily the same group, but broadly speaking, on the same side. Now, immediately we mobilized our big capacity, and we were assisted by the Wananchi. And in no time, quite a number of suspects have been arrested. And we have, the police has got very good evidence on many of them. So, whatever they try to do, we defeat it. The killing of the NRM chairman in Toroko, immediately suspects were arrested. They are now already produced before court. I think they are remanded. Many of them are on remand. This is a very big success. So therefore I'm here to assure Ugandans that this crime wave will be defeated. Why? Partly because of the support of the people, but also because of the partially improved technology of the security forces. And we are still moving. We are still moving. We are going to add more capacity. The cattle rustlers in Karamoja, I went there. There was a lot of outcry. But when I analyzed it, that situation is very easy to deal with. It's not such a difficult situation at all. And the retractions we have taken have already sent a message to everybody in Karamoja. Now, the remaining problem is some of the judicial officers really, and the police, two problems. Some of the judicial officers doing things which have no connection with the reality. I don't want to use very strong words, but what they do seems to have no connection with reality. In the case of Masaka, so many people have died. I think there were 20 or 30. And suspects are given the bail. And we are told that bail is a right. Bail of criminals is a right. How about the rights of the victims? What do you say about the rights of the victims? The victims have no rights.